Around 360 BC, the Greek philosopher Plato wrote of a civilization so powerful, so advanced, that the gods themselves grew fearful of it. He called it Atlantis. The story appears in only two of his works, called Timaeus and Critias. They remain the sole original source for everything we think we know about Atlantis. Plato described a city of concentric rings, alternating water and land, connected by tunnels wide enough for ships to pass through, layered with walls of bronze, tin, and gleaming orichalcum, a mysterious metal said to shine like fire. Then, in a single catastrophic day and night, Plato wrote, "Atlantis was swallowed whole by the sea, sinking without a trace. Punishment," he claimed, "for the pride and greed of its people." For nearly 2,000 years, most scholars regarded the story as exactly what Plato likely intended it to be, an allegory, a thought experiment about the dangers of unchecked power and pride, never meant to be taken as literal history. That changed in 1882, when an American writer named Ignatius Donnelly published a book claiming Atlantis was real and had once been the cradle of nearly every ancient civilization on Earth. The public went wild for it. Since then, explorers and researchers have proposed dozens of possible locations: the Greek island of Santorini, the Azores, even, in one persistent theory, beneath the ice of Antarctica itself. The leading scholarly theory today points to the Minoan civilization on the island of Thera, modern-day Santorini, destroyed by one of the largest volcanic eruptions in human history, around 1600 BC. A thriving culture, wiped out almost overnight. Other historians argue we're missing the point entirely, that Plato invented the story from scratch, blending real disasters he knew of with a moral lesson about the fall of civilizations built on greed. The search continues today, using satellite imagery, sonar mapping, and deep-sea submersibles to scan the ocean floor for anything resembling Plato's description. And yet, despite decades of advanced ocean floor mapping, absolutely no physical trace of a lost city matching Plato's description has ever been found anywhere on Earth. If it was indeed an allegory, the moral has aged remarkably well, a warning about what happens when a powerful civilization loses sight of humility and pays the ultimate price for it. In the centuries since, Atlantis has inspired countless novels, films, and expeditions, cementing its place as perhaps the most famous lost city that may have never existed at all. More than 2,000 years after Plato first wrote about it, the idea of Atlantis still hasn't loosened its grip on the human imagination. Perhaps Atlantis was never meant to be found. Perhaps it was only ever meant to be understood, a warning wrapped inside one of the greatest stories ever told. Real or myth, Atlantis endures, because every generation, it turns out, needs a reminder that even the greatest civilizations are never as untouchable as they believe. If you like this story, follow Real Engaging for more.